All right. What a beautiful day in Los Santos, man. What's up, everybody? Mokley here. It's time to get started with the $1 billion grind in the expanded and enhanced version of GTA Online. Yesterday, we went over this character a little bit, and let me get my view right here. Yesterday, we went over this character and made sure everything that he owned, make sure he has what he needs in order to be able to do the grind. And now it's time to actually get to it. So he AFK grinded all night. We left him in the security cameras, and hopefully he built up enough product. I'll tell you what, there is an issue with this game, with this version, in these cutscenes. Yeah, I gotta buy an agency too. So I've got my crew logo on the hoodie there, which you can see. But in the cutscenes, when I'm coming like through the elevator and stuff, it glitches out, and there's just some weird symbol there instead. I don't know. That doesn't happen in the old version, so it's definitely a bug in the new version. But it's not what I would call a game-breaking bug, which of course means that they will fix it right away. It'll be high on their list of priorities, because God knows if it doesn't really affect anything, why then it gets fixed fast. If it's absolutely breaking the experience for you, why then maybe they'll get to it, but probably not. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. So anyways, let me grab my Oppressa here, and I'm going to check out my nightclub. I'm hoping the nightclub has a good buildup of product in it. And I've heard that in this new version, the motorcycle club, the MC business products, have a higher value than they did before they got buffed, which, actually I gotta adjust my microphone here. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, seems a little better there. It's kind of like, it's in a weird place for me here. So the MC businesses, the products, got their value buffed, and I'm told that this also affects the nightclub sales, because obviously you're accumulating MC business product in your nightclub as part of that sell. So I understand the nightclub safe has also been buffed, and like it's a big buff. Like you can accumulate a lot of money in it quickly. But the problem I have, I got to check the arcade safe while I'm here. I'm also gonna have to redo this arcade, I think. I don't think I have it maxed out the way I do in my Xbox One character. But even though the safe has been buffed in the nightclub, I still don't feel like it's worth it. Because it's different. With the arcade and with the agency, you meet the conditions for maxing it out one time, and then it's always that way. With the nightclub, you have to continue to do the popularity missions to keep the club's popularity level up in order to cause the safe. Hey, we had a full safe. In order to cause the safe to fill up at a high rate, you have to keep that popularity level up, which means you have to keep doing those popularity missions. With the arcade, you just have to buy the right mix of game machines one time. And once you get all those up, why at that point you'll be maxing out your arcade safe. And the agency, okay, it's a lot more tedious. The agency, you have to do 200 of the agency security missions, and then that'll max out the safe, and that is admittedly a big task, but you only have to do it once, and you get paid for all those missions too, so you actually earn quite a bit of money. And if they're on double money RP, then those are actually really worthwhile to do, because not only do you get the double money on them and the double RP, but you're building toward that 200 that increases what your safe produces in the agency every 48 minutes. So anyways, I had it maxed out on my Xbox One character, but I'm not sure. Look at it. Well, man, wall safe's at 43,500, which is way more than normal. Usually I come in here, there's like 3,100 in it. But like I say, I don't think it's worth having to constantly do these popularity missions. Maybe if they reduce the rate at which you lost popularity, maybe, so you didn't have to do them that often. But, you know, always remember, I'm basically grinding 24/7 because I'm AFK grinding when I'm not in the game, sitting in a security cam somewhere. And while you're sitting there, well, the popularity is dropping. So anyway, let's go ahead and deposit my cash. And I'm going to have to look into that whole how thing eventually, but not right now. I want to get busy getting this character in shape financially. I hate the fact that he's like almost level 200 and he only has like $25 million. I feel like that's really bad. That's grinder perspective though. I know PvP perspective wouldn't care about that. Oh, and as always, as soon as I get on camera, my nose starts itching. I think it's subconscious. So I've actually earned 100 million out of here. Why is cash creation so low though? I feel like cash creation is like frozen or something. What do we got here? You know what? Stop. Confirm. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reset all these guys. There's an old glitch where it usually stops producing South American imports. And again, when you have a game-breaking glitch, why, of course, that does not need to get fixed. And that's why it's been going on for so long. But it looks like my cache creation was maybe glitched out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign each of these guys across the board. Just going to go 1-to-1 here. Oh, it won't even let me assign him right now. Okay. And that's going to be the same for pharmaceutical then. Okay, I'm going to have to come back here after the sale and assign these guys. But this guy I am going to throw onto cache creation. All right, so I feel like that's about as good as it's going to get. So let's, for now, I'll have to come back here after and set those other two guys on South American and pharmaceutical. So let's sell the goods. Got about 900,000 almost, which is if my cache creation hadn't been glitched out, I have a feeling it would have been a lot more than that. And I might need to go take a look at my MC businesses.
How about we add transporting illegal goods across borders to our long list of...
You know what? What's really interesting is $900,000, but I'm getting the little truck. Well, because there's not a lot of cash. It's obviously... I always thought of the what vehicle you get as being kind of based on the value. Like if I know if it's around 500,000 or 600,000, there's a good chance I'll still get this. But then anything higher than that, and I'll move up into the mule or whatever it is. Where is the drop-off point though? Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna head over to the coast here. I'm not gonna mess around driving through those mountains, even though honestly this van is not bad for it. It actually handles the roads really well, and it's actually pretty quick. This is the mission where you gotta use the cargo bob and pick this van up and take it out to the barge, which I'll tell you, it's a real hard one to do with the mule. The cargo bob can just barely pick the mule up, and it's real easy to lose control of it. So thankfully we're in this. But what I was saying is, I'm so used to the values of the nightclub sell missions that if it's like, you know, I guess I was going to head out to, I can take this road. It's 6 half dozen of the other, really. I was so used to the values of the nightclub sell missions that I think of it as, you know, if it's anything like 600,000 or under, you'll basically be in this van, in this vehicle. And then if it's over that, it can start getting up into 7, 8, 9, a million. You'll be in the mule. And then if you get even higher than that, up to like 1.3, 1.4 million, if you really let your product accumulate, then it puts you in the pounder, I guess, which is the much bigger semi-truck style delivery vehicle. And stupid NPCs, man. I swear, I wish Rockstar would stop with that crap. I really, really do. It's so annoying. Anyways, so they just turn in front of you for no reason, man. It's ridiculous. And they time it too. They absolutely time it. If you stop, they'll stop. If you go, they'll go. It's like ridiculous. They have so obviously been coded to try to impede you while you're driving. It's just too funny. But anyways, so like I say, I'm used to those values triggering what vehicle I get. So when I saw 900,000 on the value on this one, I'm thinking, well, I'll have the pounder, or the mule. I'm sorry, the mule. The vehicle one step larger than this one is what I thought I would get for a $900,000 sale. But that's not going to be valid anymore because of the increased value of the MC business products. This is a $900,000 sale, but we're still only going to get the little van because it's actually quantity-wise not that much. So obviously, which vehicle you get has always been based on some kind of quantity and space taken by, I don't know if different products take up different space in their calculations, but at any rate, it's obviously based on quantity of product and not value of sale. And since there's a new value associated with all the MC business products, my old system of kind of guessing what vehicle I'm going to get goes out the window now. So yeah, it's really a moot point, though, in the long run. I mean, you get the vehicle you get. I mean, it's not like you can change it. I didn't ever do anything to try to get this vehicle or that vehicle. I really don't care which one I get, but it's just that I got surprised by what I ended up getting here for this delivery. And Tony's going to try to teach me how to use the helicopter, but yeah, I don't need his help. So there's the barge way out at sea. You can see the smoke. I hope that's showing in the stream. I know things don't always come so clear through the stream as they are on my gaming monitor. So anyway, one thing I like about this mission is that the cargo bob they give you has a much longer than usual chain. So it's much easier to hook on. It's easier to see it and control it. Versus the regular cargo bob that, just it has a much shorter hook. Oh my God, Tony, go away. Reading the manual. So, but like I say, this vehicle is much easier to pick up than the mule. Did I manage to get it though? Well, actually, maybe it's harder to pick up because it's harder to get centered on and grab. There we go. But what I mean is the cargo bob flies a lot easier with this fan than it does with the mule. The mule is so heavy. Although I'm always worried, like my perspective, I'm always worried that I'm like lower to the sea than I think I am. But then if I get to the barge, I don't want to be too high because I want to be able to drop this and make it in there. So, all right, we're almost there. There we go. Good as I'm going to do. And now I got to go back to the nightclub, and I've got to get those engineers accruing those products again. Let's see what we got here. Just come up to the road here and then call for my oppressor. Yep, I sure did. Man, I've been dealing with... Yeah, thank you for reducing the phone calls, Rockstar. I swear this game, man, it never stops. Your phone just rings and rings and rings. And the worst is when you're in a fight. You know, you're like on the edge. You need to grab your snacks or something, and you're about to die, and then all of a sudden your phone just rings and pops up. Oh, I don't want to get hit by a semi. I don't want to get hit by any car, but I especially don't want to get hit by a semi truck. So anyways, yeah, the last couple days I've really been kind of struggling with insomnia. I don't really understand it. Like today, I only got, or let's just say last night, I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night, and the day before I only got 3 hours. I go to bed at my normal time, but I just can't seem to fall asleep. I lie there forever trying to fall asleep. And I end up like the guy in Fight Club. But actually, I feel fine. It's just what really annoys me is if I go sit down to watch TV or something like in the middle of my day, and you know it's not time to sleep, but suddenly I feel that wave of tiredness, and I know if I don't get up and move, I'm gonna end up falling asleep watching TV. So it's so easy to fall asleep when it's not time to sleep, but then it's bedtime, it's time to lay down, it's time to go to sleep, and now all of a sudden I can't fall asleep. It's a little bit frustrating, actually. But I guess my thought on it is I'll just stay in bed when I'm supposed to stay in bed. Even if I'm awake, I'll keep trying to fall asleep. And then even if I don't get enough sleep, I think it's important to get up at my normal time and then not take a nap during the day. And then hopefully the next day when I go to bed next, when it's time to go to bed again, hopefully I'll be so tired from that that it'll help me fall asleep, and I'll start getting back into a good sleep pattern. That's what I try to do anyway. So is it past 10 o'clock? Yes, it is. It's 22:15. It's almost 23. It's almost 11 o'clock in game, by the way. So if I'm in this area of the map at this time, I always make a point to try and snag a modded Sentinel and go sell it at LS Customs. I know it's small fry money, you know, 14 to 17,000 at the most, but I really like doing it for some reason. I'm a car collector, I think, in this game. It's just I feel the impulse to get cars. Oh, cool! It's the 17,000 one. It's the blue one. So we will grab this. Like I try to collect like all of the modded cars, including all the gang cars. There's like 5 different gang cars in 4 different sets of colors. You know, you got the purple gang, you got the green gang, you got the Vagos, which is the yellow gang, and then you've got the unaffiliated, which is the same set of cars, but then they're like a different colors. And I've got a bunch of those in my office garage. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy the extra garages at the nightclub, and I'm going to put them down there. That's where I actually like to store them. I don't know why I do that. I feel like there's not really a lot of value to it, but it's just fun. I guess that is the value. It's fun to do. So all right, vehicle sold. Quick 17 grand. I know that's small potatoes, but I like to do it. Call for my oppressor, and I got to go back to the nightclub and get those engineers set on collecting those products. And then I got to go to my bunker. Come on, oppressor, where are you? There you are. Oh, yeah. So, tell you what else, man. Yesterday for dinner, I had bought these sausages, like these dinner sausages from Costco, and they're supposed to be like, really nothing added to them. They're just grass-fed, grass-finished beef sausages. Basically, the idea being that they're quite healthy as far as sausages go, and good. I cooked a few of them up last night for dinner, and one, they didn't really taste that great. They had kind of a taste to them. And secondly, my stomach really hurt later, and I want to say I think it was maybe the sausages. That one's a little more of a mystery, though. I also ate a bunch of these low-carb, high-key cookies, they're called. I think I've got the bag, actually, still. Let's see here. Yeah, here. These things. They're called high-key, and there's not really any sugar in these cookies. They're sweetened with erythritol, so there's like no net carbs in them hardly. Not no, but low. And oh, hold on, let me set this up. Oh, so I'm trying to do kind of like a keto-ish kind of thing, and I want to say the erythritol maybe kind of messes with my stomach a little bit, like. Not if I only have a little bit. I mean, if I just have a little bit in my coffee or something, then it's all good. But when I have, the truth is, I ate way too many of those cookies. I really did, and it kind of defeats the purpose of the low carb, doesn't it? If I eat so many that I ended up actually getting quite a bit of carbs and calories at that. But yeah, I think that erythritol maybe messed with my stomach a little bit too, but because I ate those cookies and I ate those sausages and then I wound up with a messed up stomach, I'm not sure which one it is. I'm not sure which food messed me up. Yes, Simeon, I did forget about you, and I've been trying to, because your missions don't pay very well. Before I go to my bunker, I'm going to go do my lucky wheel spin. Oh, and I've been playing with scenes on my camera. In OBS. I actually have set up a few scenes now. So I've got, this is the main console streaming scene. This is what's on the screen for 90% of the time. But I also created a starting soon. This is going to cut my mic out when I do it because there's no mic sound on it. But I left the music in it. And then I also created a stay tuned one. Also without microphone. So it does mute everything when I'm on stay tuned. And I like the stay tuned one because I don't know. It reminds me a little bit of like Dukes of Hazzard. If anyone ever watched that show back in the day. When they would cut to commercial, a lot of times they would do it right as they jumped the car. And so the car would be midair, the action would pause, and then the narrator would say, oh, we'll be right back with, whatever. So I feel like that be right back cut screen that I made there, it's kind of funny, kind of reminiscent of that. I should go get one of the General Lee looking type vehicles to do it with. Hey, my spin is available. And oh, just one more scene in case I ever want to put my big ugly mug up on the screen more. Boom. Look at this, guys. I actually created a scene with a close-up camera view on it. And I don't know. I don't see myself being on this very much, but I did put my little logo on each side of it. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe I will eventually get a overlay made for the stream. I don't know. But for now, I'm just kind of creating my own scenes. But let's get back to it, shall we? And I hope I'm centered okay in that camera. It's really hard. My monitor is over here, so if you see me looking to the right a lot, it's because I'm like trying to. Am I centered okay in here? No, here we go. This better. Anyways, go back to console streaming. And let's do this. We got our lucky wheel. And honestly, I know that stuff is so simple and basic, but you know, if you've never set it up before, it takes a little bit of a learning curve to get it the way you want it. All right, here we go. 1001, 1002, 1003. Come on, 50,000. I don't want the car. I want the 50,000 next to it. Come on, give me the 50,000. I'll take 15,000 RPU, even though, hey, look at that, it ranked me up. I don't really care about rank up at this point. There's not much more benefit to it anymore. Get the visitor bonus anyway. Oh yeah, see, my Xbox One character has like 500,000 chips. This guy's only got like 64,000. It's all right. You know that icon for house, garage, or whatever, that auto icon on the radar there, that really kind of messes me up because it looks like the icon for your car if you have an active car out on the map. It's a little distracting to see. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to have to go check that out. It's something new in the new version. I understand there's some cars in this new version that are also a lot faster than any of the cars in the older versions. Especially if you put some of the how modifications on it. I'll definitely be checking those out too. I wonder if racing in this game is going to be a lot more intense. Maybe the guys from Fail Race start doing some races with these new super fast cars. If I don't know those guys personally, by the way, I just watch their Survive the Hunt videos, which I find to be very entertaining. And some of their racing videos too are also pretty good. Alex has a really good voice for YouTube. He's got that English accent as he continues to talk, and he explains things in a way that I would never think to. Like some of the stuff he says, like, "Oh, they're doing silly buggers over there." It's silly buggers. Anyways, he's a great narrator. He really is. I really enjoy their videos, especially, like I say, the Survive the Hunt ones. If you've never watched a Fail Race GTA Survive the Hunt video, you should go check them out, especially some of the earlier ones, to really get a feel for what they were doing. Like any of the ones like in the teens, like you know, Survive the Hunt 13, 14, 15, all those. They're up to like 40 some now, I think. But they've changed the format a little bit. It's still good, but some of those earlier ones like were the ones that got me hooked on them in the first place. And eventually I went through and I've watched every single one. They're great videos. Some of the best GTA content ever made, I think. But those guys specialize in racing a lot, so I wonder if they're going to do some racing vids with the new Howtech cars that go a lot faster. And that would be pretty interesting to watch those guys do it, because their race videos are pretty good. They're serious racers, but I don't know how many of them have the newer consoles. Like they're like I say them. So Alex is the main narrator, but Fail Race is kind of a group. Like there's like a group of 15 or 20 of them that make these videos together, do these races, do these events. And I don't know how many of those guys have like an Xbox Series X or Series S. I think some of them might still be on Xbox One, which means they wouldn't be able to play in this version of the game. So maybe we're not going to get any Fail Race videos in this version. I don't know. So I got a resupply here. Oh, you know what? And so we've done almost 200 sales here and made about 42 million. Yeah, I really did a lot with this character when I was on PS4. It's funny. I barely remember this character, man. I've been playing. I haven't even been playing on my Xbox for a year yet, but I feel like I've been on it forever for some reason. I don't know. Please don't be Merryweather. Please don't be Merryweather.
Okay, we're dropping these shipments out of the way. Take a dune buggy and head for the markers. This one is time sensitive.
Okay, good. I like the dune buggy mission. I know it can be challenging and it can go wrong. That is true. But okay. Oh, good. I actually like this one too. All right, fair enough. I know what we're doing here for this one. Right when I first started doing bunker sale missions, actually, this particular mission was the one I had the hardest time with for various reasons. First and foremost, this dune buggy is absolutely freaking awful as a vehicle. You would think that this thing would be great at off-road, would be great, traction and handling and stuff because, well, maybe not handling, but you would think traction and power would be great on it. It's not. It's not. This vehicle is one of the worst vehicles in the game. This thing skates, loses control, spins out so easily. But even worse, this particular vehicle gets stuck more than almost any other vehicle in the game. It does not take much for this vehicle to get stuck on things, and you can't move it. I've had it actually even after the release of the Up and Atom pistol thing. The future ray gun, whatever. Even after the release of that, I have still gotten this vehicle stuck to a point that it got destroyed by the ray gun before it could be freed from being stuck. That's how bad this thing gets stuck. Nothing you can do about it sometimes. But so you got to be careful of that. That's one of the main reasons why this is usually kind of a difficult mission at first. The next reason is the enemies. They come in these black dubstas typically. I think maybe it depends on how you're registered. Like I'm registered as a CEO, so I think the black dubstas come after you when you're as a CEO. I want to say if you're registered as an MC president in doing this, see there's the black dubstas by the way. I want to say if you're registered as an MC president and you do this, they might come after you. It might be bikers coming after you instead. I don't know. But those guys in the dubstas, they are ridiculously accurate with their guns. And I know there's other missions where that is also true, like a lot of the CEO sale missions and stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous how crazy accurate the NPCs are that are coming after you. And that is definitely true of these guys in the black dubstas. So that's the second reason why this can be a difficult mission. The third reason is the location of the drop-offs themselves. Look how those guys, they spawned right on top of me, and even though I'm driving along this road at a super high speed, they had no problem just locking right onto me and hitting me with their guns. They're so crazy accurate with their guns, even at high speed and transverse angle. You know what that means. But anyways, I'm going to follow this around to it. The third reason this mission can be hard is, as I was saying, is the placement of the drop-offs themselves. The placements are all like off the road, off to the side in weird little places. They're not right along roads or, in main locations or anything like that. And that can be another kind of a challenge because it might not be clear exactly how to get to it if you're not familiar with those drop locations. I'm actually kind of glad those guys are past the building. I'm just going to sneak out on them right here. Nice. Too bad, guys. I gave you the slip. So those three reasons. This vehicle, those crazy accurate NPCs, and then the weird drop-off locations. Those three things combined, and then only a 15-minute time limit to get it all done in. So it feels like you're rushed doing it. You have to move. All these guys... Look at this crap. You know what, guys? I'm coming in here, and I hope you can't follow me. And of course, the NPCs are all going to swerve, but only in a way to get in your way. They won't swerve out the other way, only into you. Yep, see. Anyways, so actually those four reasons then, not really three, four. You got the bad vehicle, you got the crazy NPCs, you got the weird drop-off locations, and then the short time clock to beat it in. And because of that, in the beginning, when I first got a bunker, it was this mission that I failed more than any other. But after you get to know the missions, and most importantly, after you get to know like where the drop-offs are, because it's like there are a few different setups, a few different missions where drop-offs are in different locations. But once you start getting familiar with them and you remember having seen them before and you know where they are, it just becomes much easier. And you know, it's funny, I do have these guys, man. I do have mines that I can drop and blow these guys up when they're coming after me. So it's... Where is this last one now? I say I'm familiar with all the drop locations, but this one could be one of two. Okay, all right, I know where it is. I know where it is. I need to head up here, actually. So anyways, once you get used to it, it actually becomes one of the easiest missions to do instead of the hardest. So it doesn't bother me, but I know a lot of people who will skip this mission. Not everybody knows this, but it's worth pointing out. These vehicles that the NPCs are in, those black dubstas, those are the same dubstas that you can call for from the casino, and also the same dubstas that if you're an MC and you do these guys, man. If you're in an MC and you have like a road captain who can call for a dubsta, these dubstas that these guys are driving and coming after you in, they're all one and the same from all three of those situations. And if I were to let them stay close to me while I finish this mission, I could take that one of those dubstas afterwards, and then I could use it to spawn one of the modded Dubsta 2s, which is one of the hardest like special vehicles to get in the game. And the modded Dubsta 2, they spawn at look at this dude, man. Why would he go to the left and then go to the right? It is literally just to cut me off. I hate the coding of that bullshit. It's so annoying. It's stupid. Anyways, so the modded Dubsta 2s, they come in chrome and they come in gold, and they're worth, you can steal them, and you can, I hope I don't die from that. I was pretty low on health to start with. You can steal them off the street and you can sell them for like $23,000 or something, which makes them the most valuable of the vehicles that you can steal off the street and sell. And the only way to spawn a Dubsta 2 is to have a Dubsta 2 active in the session already. That is the only way to do it. And then even when you have that, the percentage is actually really low. Like, you can try again and again and still not get it. There's like patterns people have come up with to drive that work, but they have a pretty high failure rate. It's difficult to get those things to spawn even when you have one. So that makes it basically the rarest car, the rarest vehicle in the game. And like I said,
And that, I believe, is everything sold.
and like I said, it's also the most valuable of the vehicles that you can steal off the street and sell. So it's pretty coveted by people who are like into the more rare cars and stuff. So the fact that you can use the black Dubstas that were coming after us in the bunker cell mission, if you can capture one of those at the end of the mission and keep it after the mission is over, then you can use that to spawn a Dubsta. That's actually pretty huge because it lets you do it solo if you're doing your stuff solo. Otherwise, you have to have, if you're going to use the road captain trick, you know, in an MC, you need someone else to join your MC with you and then spawn it. I guess the other way, the easier way, would be to just call Agatha at the casino and request the Dubsta, and then when they bring you, you can also use that one. That's probably the easiest way to do this, but you can also use the ones from the bunker cell missions too. And once you have one, keep it in your garage. Get it in your garage and insure it too, by the way. And then you can forever use that one to spawn other ones if you want. So I was actually thinking, I always thought a cool idea for a video, and this would be like, this would be such like an expert thief kind of thing, because he likes to troll people in his videos. If you've ever watched the GTA Thug Life vids, I've always thought that a really cool like troll to do with the dubstas would be to take your chrome dubsta or gold dubsta, take it to LS Customs, put it in the garage, rig it with the ignition bomb, and then take it and park it in the spot where it spawns normally, and then get into your RC Bandito and kind of park off in the corner and just watch and wait for someone to come along, see the dubsta, get all excited. They're like, oh man, we found a dubsta. And then watch them get in it and blow up. Anyway, I think that would be funny. I think that would be fun to do. I might make a video doing that sometime. Anyway, so let's set our, I'm gonna run a Kaio. So nightclub, where's my Kasaka? There it is. Kasaka, and find new session, public session. Get myself into my Kasaka, and I'm gonna run Cayo Perico. Because this is the $1 billion grind, and we have a long way to go. We're starting at like 25 million. Plus, we have a lot of stuff we have to buy. We have to buy the agency. We have to buy the service garage for the LS Meet, the Moody Man and what's her name garage. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I have to buy, so that's gonna set me back in my quest for my billion. So. Come on now, Cloud Simulator. I was really hoping they would speed up the load times in this game. I mean, it is the new generation of the game, you know? All right. So, Kasaka time. Do I even have one going yet? I don't even know. After transferring the character, if I did have one going, it might have got rid of it. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Hard mode active. So, the last time I played this character on PS4, I must have purchased a new Cayo Perico heist before logging out the last time. And I still have that one, and it's still hard mode active. Awesome. Just awesome. So, gather intel. Grape seed. And actually, I'm going to want to shrink down my my expanded radar so that I can see the vision cones of like cameras and guard and stuff. $10,000. Did they expand that in this version? See, here's the thing. In the old version, it was $10,000 the first time you did it. The very first time. And then afterwards, it was always $2,000. So either, again, I'm not remembering this character very well. Either I never actually did even the very first heist, and so this is going to be the Trevor pictures in the safe, or else they've changed this to where this is always $10,000, or else maybe it's just that after moving my character, this is the very first time in here. I don't know. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. We got to go to Sanchiansky. We're already here. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, that's interesting. We're already where I want to be. All right. I have the sparrow, right? Yep, I do. Yeah, I hope they didn't permanently change that to $10,000. That's kind of annoying if they did. To be honest with you, I thought it was kind of stupid that it was $10,000 the first time. I never thought it should have been any more than $2,000. Not even sure why it should cost anything. How about just free? It's your Kasaka, you're moving it. I mean, I guess you're paying for the fast travel. I mean, you could just drive the Kasaka over to where you want to be, but that would take a really long time because that thing is a really slow vehicle. So I could see where they know they can charge you for the convenience and you will pay it. So, all right, we got to be careful. We can use the rockets here from the Sparrow, but we have to be careful not to harm the plane. So I got to make sure I target the guys off to the left by the car. There we go. Like that. I don't know how visible that was on the tiny screen, but in the stream, but I could probably take those guys out too, the ones that are out in front, but I'm just going to use my sniper rifle. Come on, give me focus. What is this? Why am I like out of focus with these guys? Is that a setting? Or is it... Did he have a flashlight on his gun? That's interesting. It's kind of new if that's the thing. Or at least I've never noticed it before. I don't know. So here we go. Steal the Vellum, the slowest plane ever. That is one thing I do like about this location for the Vellum. Oh, careful of the propellers as I run up the hill underneath the helicopter there. One thing I like about this location for the Vellum is that it's actually one of the nearest ones to fly from. I think maybe Chumash is the closest one, but this is almost as close. Now I wonder if they fixed the glitch out problem with the trigger that takes you to Cayo in this version. I'm not going to risk it. I'm still going to use the landing gear workaround. If you're not familiar with that, with what that is, my radar on the lower left there's a yellow circle. That's what I'm flying to. And once I reach that circle, it basically will take me to Cayo Perico at that point. It'll fast travel me to Cayo Perico. And one of the glitches that has been in place with this from the very beginning, since this update first released, is sometimes you'll fly into this yellow circle and it will disappear and you'll hear the sound of it disappearing. It makes a particular sound when you trigger it. The circle will disappear, you'll hear the sound, but you'll still be here in the main map and it will not take you to Cayo. And at that point, literally your only option is to basically reboot the game and start the mission over again from the beginning, and then hopefully next time it won't glitch out on you. There's nothing you can do at that point. In fact, if you don't restart the game, if you just restart the mission, you will still likely encounter the glitch. It'll be like perma-glitched at that point. Now, I said the landing gear workaround. Some genius, I want to say maybe it was on Reddit, might be where I read it. Some genius figured out that if you put the landing gear down before you enter the circle, then the glitch will never happen. And that is true. I've had 100% success. If I put the landing gear down, it has never glitched out on me. But the thing about having the landing gear down is it slows the plane down. So I don't like to put it down until I actually get up to the circle. Otherwise, it would take even longer to fly across the map. Some of the really good pilots, too, if you've ever watched people dogfight, like in the Hydra and the Laser and the fighter jets, they'll actually use the landing gear to increase their drag and make a more tight turn. Like if they're in a tight turn with somebody that they're fighting, they'll pop out their landing gear for a minute to help them turn even harder, turn more tight. And then once they come out of that turn, they'll put the landing gear back away and go back to full speed. It's actually a pretty pro move. I'm absolutely horrible at flying, so I don't engage in dogfights if I can help it. But anyway, we'll see. I'm not going to risk. Maybe they've fixed this glitch. Like there it is, by the way. Not the glitch, but the triggering. Maybe they've fixed it in this version. I don't know. I'm certainly not going to count on it. Well, from my perspective, there's just a crap ton of dust on top of this monitor here. I need to clean that off, man. Yikes. It's a basement. What do you want?
Why can't you assholes be on time for once, eh? Arms out, let's go.
All right.
Okay, right over there.
At least I got bright daylight for Kaio, which is nice. I don't like this island at night. Part of the problem is you have to do a lot of this on the motorcycle. And a lot of the bushes, I have to ride this motorcycle across a lot of fields. And a lot of these bushes are like solid. You can't drive through them and they'll knock you off the bike. So I have a hard enough time seeing them even in bright daylight, but when I'm trying to ride this bike across these fields at night, I just get knocked off it constantly. I have a hard time seeing. And unfortunately, there's really nothing you can do for the scope out mission, for the intel mission that I'm doing. You get whatever time of day you get. When you get there, there's no way to pick it. And I haven't found any correlation between like what time it is in Los Santos and, you know, whether you arrive here at day or night. I'm going to the North Docks here first to scope out secondary targets. This is my first time doing Kaio on the Expanded and Enhanced, by the way. So thankfully there's no guard on the road here, so I can just feel free to stand here and take pictures without getting caught. What do we got? We got brownie mix, second most valuable of the ones I can get. So we'll send to Pavel. And if you're wondering what brownie mix is, watch the lower left here when I send it. You scoped a secondary target, begins with W. I'm not going to say it because YouTube. So we got one brownie mix and another brownie mix. It's decent. And what's the third one? Heh, look at that. Brownie mix. So we got 3 brownie mixes there. Not bad. Not bad at all. So can I pull this off or am I going to get seen? I'm going to do my best. It can be a little tricky. There we go. I got through. Thank goodness. Looks like more brownie mix and some cash, maybe. Let's take a look here. Cash, which is the least valuable of the secondary targets. And I think that's going to be brownie mix over on the left. Yep, more brownie mix. Of the secondary targets, oh good, that guy's going the other way now, so I can just run down this road and not worry. Of the secondary targets, gold is the most valuable, but if you're doing it solo, you normally can't get the gold because it's behind doors that require 2 people to open. Look at this, more brownie mix. Whoops, send to Pavel. I wonder if they're gonna do the oh look at this, more brownie mix again. I wonder if they're gonna do the bonus on this stuff for April 20th like they did last year. That was really funny when they did that. Okay, I gotta move because this guy's coming. I gotta dive. Okay, he didn't dive. He just like eased himself in like it was a wading pool. It's okay, I got by though. His vision cone didn't get to me. So last year on April 20th, Rockstar, like, I don't know if they doubled the value of brownie mix in these missions. It was kind of funny. But anyways, as far as the secondary targets, gold is the most valuable, but you can't really get it solo. And you used to be able to. It's in the compound in certain rooms. There's a guy up there. He is. Okay. Kind of the drawback of bright daylight is trying to see that vision cone on my radar. So he's facing kind of toward me right now. As soon as he turns, I'm going to go. Give me 1 second. I'll finish talking about targets in a minute. Okay. So, okay. Make this jump not too far to the left, please. Okay. So, I'll try to explain this again. It's hard for me to talk and play, man. Sometimes it's something I guess you get used to as you stream more. I feel like this got changed. I don't know. I don't know. Did they change this map a little bit? Maybe that felt different. Gotta avoid the camera here. Oh boy, we gotta go far out to avoid that guy. That guy really appeared out of nowhere, man. Messing up my patterns. So anyways, we'll come up here to the target, to the tower, and I can see there's a guard vision cone at the base of the tower, which means I don't like to jump this fence. You can sometimes alert the guard if you jump the motorcycle over the fence. So that also means that the box will not be on the ground because of the guard there. So we're going to have to climb up to one of the 3 levels on the tower to get to the box. So, all right, real quick breakdown. Secondary targets. Gold's the most valuable. Can't get it solo anymore because it's only in rooms in the compound that require 2 people to open. There used to be a glitch you could do it solo, but that got patched, of course. Not the glitch to take you to Kyle, though. That wasn't fixed. But the one that allowed you to get gold did get fixed. So if you're doing it solo, typically don't think about gold. The next most valuable is Coca-Cola, and I think you know what I mean by that. And then the third most valuable is brownie mix, and then the fourth most valuable would be like cash, and the paintings seem to be kind of roughly equal to each other. So you always want to get Coca-Cola as much as possible. But if they don't have it, whoops, getting my camera here. I was brushing that dust earlier and I got some of it down on my screen. So if they don't have Coca-Cola, then brownie mix is your next best choice. And I certainly do have a lot of brownie mix there. Okay, this puzzle is actually pretty easy. It's going to be 14 and 9. So yep, it's just going to be straight across for all 3. There we go. There's a time limit on that puzzle. I'm sitting there brushing dust off and explaining the secondary targets, risking failing that. So because we can't get into any of the additional rooms anymore in the compound because of the door glitch having been patched, I don't even go look at those rooms because you would use these cameras to see if there's any gold in them. Instead, I just go right to the basement and see what the main target is. And it's going to be bearer bonds. Okay. Boy. Man, so this is not the first time doing this. Okay, so now I'm done scoping, so I literally just find a new session and I jump back. And since I've got the Kasaka set as my spawn point, I will appear right in the Kasaka where I need to be to continue with the setup missions. And because I made this jump from Cayo Perico, my Kasaka, when I spawn into it, will be right by Elysian Island, which will be perfect for the next part of the setup missions. The first setup mission I do is always the weapon loadout, and in the weapon loadout missions, there's 2 different kinds. There are the office ones, and there's the Merryweather one. I do not do the Merryweather one ever. You have to follow this helicopter that flies really, really slowly all the way across the map. Then you have to take out a bunch of Merryweather. You have to get into, I forget what the flying version of the mobile operations center is. It comes with the Doomsday heist in the facility. It's got a name. I'm sure you guys know. You got to go into one of those, get the weapons, take out some more Merryweather guys. Then you have to jump out of that thing because it takes off while you're in it. You have to parachute to the ground, and then you've got Merryweather guys coming after you, and then you have to go all the way back to your Kasaka, drop off the weapons. The mission takes so long, it's not worth it. So, if I get a Merryweather mission here, I will use my guided missiles from the Kasaka to blow that helicopter up and purposely fail the mission, and then try to get one of the office missions instead, which are much quicker and much easier. So weapon loadout, first thing we do, I always buy suppressors, and I prefer the crack shot. Go to Merryweather headquarters. Nope. This is what I'm talking about. Because they want you to go to Merryweather helicopter to find that helicopter and then follow that helicopter. I'm not doing it. So, and this is why it's good to jump sessions to get out of Kaio and come back here, and your Kasaka will spawn right here, and you'll be in range of these. The helicopter will be in range of your missiles. Boom. Ice prep failed. It was intentional though, like I say. It's okay. Let's try to get the office mission. The best office is 707 Vespucci, and the worst one is Schlongberg Sachs, but any of them are fine compared to Merryweather. Yep, got Merryweather again. Now you might think to yourself, man, if you have to keep on blowing up that helicopter over and over again, maybe it would be more worth it to just do it rather than sit here and mess with this. Reasonable, but I'm telling you, if you saw how long the Merryweather mission took, you'd see that you could blow this thing up 10 times and then do the office mission, and you'd still probably be ahead time-wise on it. So, no, it is always worth it time-wise to blow the helicopter up rather than go do the Merryweather mission. You would have to blow up a heck of a lot of helicopters before you actually took as much time doing that as you would have taken doing the mission. Schlongberg Sachs. Okay. So like I said, that is the worst of the office locations. The only reason it's the worst... Okay, let's see. What's the cost to move this guy? It's 10,000 now. Oh, I think they upped the price. I think they upped the price. Unless... Okay. So it's $10,000 when you do like the very first Cayo Perico heist, and then subsequently after that it's always $2,000. Obviously this is not this character's first Cayo Perico heist because we're not getting the photos from the safe. We're actually getting bearer bonds, which means we have done Cayo in the past with this character. But what I'm wondering is, since this is the first Cayo Perico heist that I'm doing with this character in this version of the game, I'm wondering if it's registering it as the first time, and so it's charging me that first time rate, that $10,000. We'll find out after we finish this, and after we get to the next one and start doing it again. We'll find out if they permanently moved it to 10,000 or if it's just if it just thinks it's my first time doing a mission because it's the first time in this version. Anyways, the reason Schlongberg Sachs is the worst location for the office mission is because it's kind of hard to land a helicopter on the roof. It's not impossible, but the roof isn't set up very well for helicopter landing. So what I'll do is I will grab my oppressor instead. So let's do this. Vehicles, request, services, Kasaka, return options, return the moon pool. And actually, I'm also going to set my radar back to... Dude, I'm about to kill this person. Yeah, you know what, dude? You are so done. I mean, what the heck, man? This dude just keeps running me over. Who does that? Who does that? In real life, if you were driving down the road and just found a lone guy standing there in the road, rather than drive around him, would you just drive over him? Like, it's so stupid, man. Anyways, you'll see what I mean about the Schlongberg Sachs here in a minute. The way this roof is set up. See, there's no real easy way to land it. it's kind of tight. Like if you try to land a helicopter down in here, it's kind of tight, and it's just easier to do it with the oppressor. So come in here. I'm gonna use my silenced AP pistol in here. And wait for the load screen. Mark II. I really need to. I need to get my loadout fixed. So there we go. And now these guys, you kill the left one first. And then this one kind of took a long time on that. And then this guy. And you're done. There are other guys in the office. You'll see when I turn around here. Look at them. They're standing there. They don't even see the fact that I just killed their coworkers. But they don't react. So you can do this totally stealth in here, like this. Come on now. Gotta match the pseudo IP address. So 753271. I see it. It was like right above the starting point. Always good. All right. Ooh. I think I need a water. My throat's feeling a little bit scratchy. I didn't take the weapon. That's one thing I hate about this. I don't normally do that. I usually remember, but once you open the safe, you got to run up and then you got to hit the right on the D-pad to collect the weapon. Then you can leave. Also, when you come out to this circle, I want to say you have to hit left on D-pad. I'm going to read it when I walk into the circle and see what it says here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, left to go to the roof. If you hit right and you exit to the floor right there, you'll end up surrounded by guys with machine guns, and it's pretty bad. Up here, you're going to get chased by these helicopters, but you're on an oppressor, and they can't keep up with you. Even if you had if I get the other two offices, either 707 Vespucci or Penrith, I won't bother calling my oppressor, and I'll actually just use the Sparrow helicopter from the Kasaka for the whole thing. Even in the Sparrow, it's not a big deal to take off from the roof and get away from those helicopters if I'm doing one of the other two office buildings. But just do not ever accidentally exit to the floor, to the ground. And even if you do, I mean, that's the great thing about these missions. Even if you screw up and if you get killed doing them, it's not like it ends the mission. You just respawn and continue until you complete the mission. So there's no real price to pay for having gotten killed in this mission. All right, we're going to do the approach vehicle and we're going to do the long fin. Got to go to Vespucci Police Station. Vespucci is actually the closest location for the long fin. Well, closest to your Kasaka. But it's also kind of a pain to get the long fin out of there because of the way the gate is. There's a gate to get into the parking lot where they've got this long fin at. And it kind of gets... Your truck kind of gets caught on the gate, like going through it. It's at a weird angle. You'll see when I get there. So it's down there. It's sitting in there. You can actually see the boat down there. Well, actually, I don't know if you can. It depends how big your screen is. I can. So you return your oppressor. Return. There it is. And then I call for my Phantom Wedge. And actually, at this point, if you look at my radar, you'll see there's like trucks down the right-hand side of it and stuff. Those are trucks that I can go and... Super heavy armor, good. Those are trucks that I can go grab and use to take the boat trailer. But I prefer to just use my own Phantom Wedge. Although, something I learned about this Phantom Wedge doing this mission, which I didn't realize, the tires on the Phantom Wedge are not bulletproof. I always thought that they were. I think that they are when you get the Phantom Wedge vehicle in your bunker sale mission. I want to say the tires on that Phantom Wedge are bulletproof, but these are not, and you cannot add them either when you modify this thing, because this is my personal Phantom Wedge, and yeah, see, it's hard to get out of here sometimes. It's really the gate angle is not good. Look how everything gets kind of hooked on it. And look at that, I had full body armor, and look where my health is now. All my armor is gone, and I'm down to half health, and that is because the weirdness of trying to get out of there. So anyways, so these tires are not bulletproof, and you can't even add them either. And as we're driving along here, right here, there will be police vans, and the police vans will sometimes put out those spike strips on the road. And I learned the hard way that the tires on this thing will pop from those spike strips because they're not bulletproof. And trying to drive this Phantom Wedge with tires, with popped tires, is really kind of challenging. It's not impossible, but it's a lot harder. This thing doesn't do well with flat tires. So that's the one thing about this you have to be careful of, is the police vans. And I guess I guess we're going the long way around at this point. I meant to turn right there. Got kind of turned around. Oh, you can see on the radar, I'm about to drive by one of the spots where there's the trucks you could take. Like one of these trucks in here you could grab to do this instead. I think one of them is even a Phantom Wedge in one of the locations. Doesn't really make sense to me that the Phantom Wedge doesn't have bulletproof tires. I mean, this thing is like a big, weird armored thing with a scoop on the front, or whatever they call it. I think that's what Agent 14 calls it when you do the bunker sale mission. But it doesn't have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to suicide here. I'll be quicker. Got my truck parked in the circle where you return it to. You're supposed to lose the cops, and then the GPS will tell you where to drive. But I hope I have RPGs. I don't. What the heck? Do I have anything explosive? Minigun, homing launcher, Widowmaker. I've got grenades. I got grenades. Here we go. That was that was unfortunate. All right. So you're supposed to lose the cops, and then the GPS will tell you where to go with the truck. But I know where the drop-off is by heart anyway. So, and then if you drive straight there, if you go try to lose the cops, it's going to take you a while. If you drive straight there, and if you let the cops kill you, your Phantom Wedge disappears, and you have to call for it again. If you just go suicide like I did, then everything stays right there, and when you respawn, you can just run over to it and jump in it, and the cops will all be gone. So sometimes suiciding is the quickest way to finish that mission out. And now I'm going to call for my... Oh, I got to return the Phantom Wedge, and then I can call for my compressor. It looks like my view needs to get zoomed out a little bit too here. Boy, when I get a chance to watch this stream back, I'm going to have to take a look at the quality of the game video there. I noticed yesterday's stream, when it was nighttime, it was ridiculously dark. And that was because I had done some color correction in an OBS setting for the console capture, and it made it look really awesome during the day, but at night it made it like too dark. So I got rid of that color correction, and then I put on a slightly lesser one. I'll have to see what it looks like after the stream is over. I'll go back and watch it and see what the video looks like. Like right now, you know, here, can you see the Kasaka easily on the water up ahead of me? Because, man, in last night's stream, you would not have been able to. It would have been pitch black out here. So I had my brightness way too far down. Got to find that balance where it's not like the washed out blandness of the raw video feed, but at the same time, you don't want to sharpen the contrast and the shadows and everything to the point where everything is too dark at nighttime scenes. So you got to find that balance. So we've got our weapon loadout and our approach vehicle. Now we're just going to get the fingerprint cloner, then the cutting torch, and then we need the safe codes. So let's go get the fingerprint cloner. This one is this one can be a little bit trickier. It can definitely go south on you. First, you're going to go to their hideout and you're going to take a picture of their planning board, and then Pavel's going to tell you where they're at, where they're doing their job, and you're going to go to their job site and steal their fingerprint cloner. Actually, you know what? I'm mixing it up. No, that's not what this mission is. I'm thinking of the plasma cutter when I was saying that. No. This one, okay. This one can still go south too. Well, you know what? They can all go south. I mean, you are facing guys with guns. But in this one, what will sometimes happen is you'll get caught by these guys in this room. So there's going to be 4 guys in a tight little room, and they've all got shotguns. And sometimes they will get you, and then you have to respawn outside and come back in. You can disable the security cameras over here, this little power switch. There we go. And now I choose the assault shotgun because in tight quarters, this thing is deadly. Here we go. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Where's the 4th guy? He ain't coming out. So what I'll have to do is hide against here. Okay. And now... Oh, that laptop is covered in blood. Nasty. Alright. Oopsie. You know, this Xbox controller is not quite a year old, but I feel like the A button is kind of like already going a little bit. Like it's not responding as well as it used to. And, you know, obviously this is a new console. Maybe these controllers aren't very sturdy. And we don't really have any long-term usage data on them yet. They haven't even been out, you know, hardly a year and a half, so. Anyways, so over here, there'll be a couple cameras outside, but I'm not worried about them. You take your machine gun and shoot the cameras out, and then you don't have to worry. I'm just going to run through them. I'm going to get spotted. I don't care. And when I come back out, the guys will be coming after me. But because I'm on my oppressor, just like when we left the office, I'll be able to take off so fast. And they're in cars. They're not even in flying vehicles, so they won't be able to catch me at all. It's a pretty easy escape. Thank you, Rockstar. There we go. Got the fingerprint cloner. Man, I'm going to have to maybe turn that game volume down a little bit. I don't know. I think I turned it up in the game itself, and now maybe my oh, I got to get out of here. Are you kidding me right now? Come on. That would be another way that this thing can, you know what? And I don't have ammo. Did you see that? Did you see it? So yeah, you know, if you're wow. Okay, so if your oppressor glitches out and you can't get onto it, then yeah, that'll mess you up. Okay, these guys, man. What are these guys, immortal? Where are these guys? Are there more of them? Be cool if I could actually take cover. All right, I got the fingerprint cloner. What is with my stupid oppressor, man? Can I not get on the thing? I can't. I can't get on the thing. So, as I was saying, these can go south. But this one usually does not. My oppressor glitched out is the thing, and it's like stuck. It's like stuck down against that thing. I can't get on the thing. That's the problem. Do I have the up and atom ray gun? I'm gonna need it. There it is, up and atomizer. Where are these guys? I'm just gonna up and atomize these guys. Bye, guys. Did I manage to throw my oppressor at least? No. Dude, I really... Where is this guy? Over there. I can't get my oppressor out. That's the problem. The oppressor is literally glitched down in there. And how do I even get back down there now? I'm like spawning. I'm spawning further and further away as we do this every time. I'm tempted to just maybe call for my oppressor up. Can I do that? Can I do that? You know what? I know I have to go get that fingerprint cloner still, but you know what? These guys are getting on my nerves. Oh, of course, the NPC is going to slowly turn and then tear away right as I get into range of it, and these guys are going to go too fast to get in. Yeah. Okay. Literally every circumstance in this game is going to prevent me from doing what I'm trying to do here. So, I'm going to drive away. Dude, I'm going to run you over and I missed. I'm going to run you over just out of frustration. Yes, it was a very satisfying blood fountain that came out of her. So, let's let's go. Oh my gosh. All right. So we've called for our oppressor. And let me guess. Okay, good. It is down here. If it had spawned up on that highway, I was going to be so annoyed because I'm not already. So, as I was saying, things can go south, and do. but normally this is a real simple take off from here and get out and you're done. But something weird happened there. My oppressor glitched. It got thrown into a corner and I couldn't get on it. And those guys had pulled up with machine guns and were just riddling me with bullets. So, yeah. And probably what I should have done from the get-go, I should have driven away, called my oppressor, and then flown back and got it. That actually would have been the quickest solution. Because even if you fight those guys and kill those guys, they come like wave after wave. They keep coming at you. I think maybe there's at least 4 waves, if not more. So it might be infinite for all I know. For sure there's 4 waves, so you'd have been stuck there in a firefight for a long time, and even after you killed one wave, you wouldn't have enough time to get your oppressor unstuck the way it was there. So probably right from the get-go, I should have driven away and then called for the oppressor to get it out of there, because clearly that thing was in a weird place, and I couldn't get into it, and I couldn't even get it unstuck. Now see this, how it didn't sit flat? You do not want to enter your Kasaka and leave it out there like that, or you will come back out and find it fallen into the ocean. So, okay. Anyway, yeah, that was funny. That was a perfect example of how, yes, these missions are easy, but they can go south sometimes. Just, I will tell you, that's the first time that's ever happened to me, though. Usually when that mission goes south, it's because the guys in the little room with the shotguns manage to get you. That's usually where that one goes south. And not very often, but when it does, that's usually it. I've never seen where my oppressor gets glitched out like that and I can't get on it, and then I'm stuck down there with those guys with machine guns. So that was pretty crazy. So the cutting torch, dare I say how easy it is? How easy this mission is before it proves me wrong. Let's see. We'll see where it is. There's like 3 different locations. It's either going to be... Okay, it's going to be on top of the Mile High Club, which is actually my least favorite location, but it's not a big deal. Easiest way to do this one is to take these guys out from a distance with your oppressor rockets, and then swoop in and find the cutting torch. So here's the first one. So some more will probably be coming out. I think there'll be more running out. I don't know. Well, if not, I'll hear them. I really need to get some ammo too, man. Yep, there are some more here. What the heck? Alright, and this is why I need a loadout. I don't have time to go scrolling through every single pistol. I've got a dog like climbing on my leg down here. I think she wants to get in my lap. Not now. Not now, dog. Come on now. Gotta finish this heist. Actually, after this, okay, why is my... Okay, it looked like my oppressor was smoking for a minute, like it was damaged or something, and I was wondering why. You know what? It might be damaged. Well, no, it shouldn't be damaged from that last mission because I called for it, so it should have been a fresh oppressor. Maybe it was just smoking because of like new effects in the new version of the game. Like when I used the boost rocket, it gave it more more smoke than it used to. They've added like a lot of stuff. I think fire is different. When I hit that girl with that car earlier, that big fountain of blood that came shooting out of her, that was kind of new. It was never that extreme before. I'm going to say that's a feature of the new expanded and enhanced. Anyways, what do you want, dog? Really? She's like crowding me. She really wants my attention here, but I can't give it to you right now. You're gonna have to wait. All right, so safe code. She's a baby though. She's a Shih Tzu. She's 5 years old. And she is my little shadow. This dog follows me from room to room to room. It's something else. Very, very, very friendly, very loving dog. You know, I always see. Look at the smoke here as I take off. Like it's much smokier right at first. It actually looked like it was, you know, on the old version that would mean it was damaged. But this one, I guess it just does it right when you first take off. But yeah, the Shih Tzu, she's a very friendly, very loving dog. She follows me room to room. I never thought I wanted a Shih Tzu. I didn't even really know what a Shih Tzu was. I guess I've always been like a golden retriever or a black lab, like, you know, some bigger dogs who are really nice, good, friendly family dogs. I had a black lab growing up, which I just adored. So I like those kind of dogs. I guess I didn't know what a Shih Tzu was, other than I thought that they were like little purse dogs or something. She's actually a little bit bigger than that. She's not the smallest dog I've ever seen. But I always thought of Shih Tzu as being like a little purse dog. And my daughter, well, obviously 5 years ago, wanted a dog really badly, and she wanted a Shih Tzu. And we ended up getting this one. And I'll tell you, I'm a believer. I am converted. This little dog, absolutely wonderful. Just wonderful, friendly, nice, loving. I had no idea. I had no idea that they were such great dogs. They really are, though. Yeah, although. Scoot back here. Okay, oh, she's laying on her blanket now. She's not crowding me as much anymore. They can be a little bit needy, though. That is one thing I will say. They can be a little needy. If I guess I've read that they suffer from separation anxiety more than other breeds do. So always go left up here, and we're gonna look for the bodyguards outside. Are they here? They are. Nice. And so we will go to AP pistol, which is silenced. And boom, boom. Got them both. Disarm. So that you can go in here without a weapon. And the party people in here will not know that you're not supposed to be there. If you go in there with a weapon drawn, you'll alert all the guards in there. Always look over here to the right first to see if this guy is here. He's not. Next location is the little office to the right in here. And there he is. He's the guy in the hat. Well, obviously the big red arrow should tell you who it is. I use the assault shotgun. So, definitely going to want to fight. You cannot shoot the guests, by the way. Nor should you want to. Boom. Steal, and hopefully you'll be able to pick it up before they kill you. There you go. Collected the safe code. I don't think it matters if you die, really. Should spawn me outside. There we go. Mission complete. Now, if they hadn't shot me there, I would have thrown a grenade down. Normally, I use an RPG, but I'm like all out of ammo. I really need to visit ammunition, or actually buy the agency and get the armory and get myself situated with my loadout and with all my guns. So we're done with all the prep missions, which means we can go ahead. I'm not gonna bother going up to the roof and getting my oppressor and flying all the way back to Kasaka. I'm just gonna find a new session and spawn right into my Kasaka again, and then I'll launch the actual heist from there. So, and this is really the quickest way to do it, rather than, you know, bothering flying all over the place. A little dog, man. She is something else. One day I'll pick her up and put her on camera. I feel like they didn't really improve the load screens much in this version. I was kind of hoping that that would be a, you know, like one of the main features of the game. You don't have to wait through these loading screens anymore. I mean, I know it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still not what I would call fast. I guess there's a lot of info to load, what have you. So, all right, it is time for the heist. Time to go and do it. And the first thing I'm going to do is turn my expanded radar off. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see the vision cones of the guards and stuff. Now, when we scoped out the island, there was brownie mix on the left side of the north dock. So I'm going to head straight there and just grab those, because there's 3 of them, and that will fill my bag. So, play, launch, and approach vehicle will be Longfin, our only choice. We're going to go to the north dock. Great. I haven't even scoped out the main dock. Drainage tunnel for entry point. Escape point doesn't matter because I'm a man and I swim away from this island when I'm done. Daytime, because I don't like nighttime on Kaio. And continue. Don't care about the outfit. Once again, I'm a man. And here we go. Well, my dude's got a funny looking face, doesn't he? Oh well. So here's the other thing. Is this thing going to point at the cliff and gun it? That started happening with the agency. It's really stupid. Yeah, look at this. It wasn't too bad. It used to be that when you spawned in here, you just keep on going like parallel to the shore. But all of a sudden, starting with the agency update, if you come in to the north dock on a longfin, it points the boat right at the cliffs, and sometimes it guns it. And before you even get control of the thing, you crash. It's really freaking annoying. I don't know why they did that. This is gonna go out way further than I wanted to. I gotta make sure this guy doesn't come around the building and see me. Gotta move fast here. Now, is this guy? Is this guy here? He is not. So I'm gonna have to wait for him. Don't really have much choice. And he's kind of annoying because he doesn't show up on the radar until he's like coming around the corner. It's really really something else. Come on, buddy. Okay, why my guy is like not taking cover where I want him to? There we go. So I'll watch. There he is. There he is. So I'm watching him around the corner off on the right there. As soon as he turns. Okay, here we go. Now I will pop this guy, take out the camera, and then I gotta give this control box one shot before I use it. Otherwise the gate here will like drop back down when I walk away. But if you shoot it first, you break the mechanism and then you can get in here solo. I'm always worried they're gonna like fix that, but I have a feeling that's not a glitch. I have a feeling that is intentional. Although there is that same switch-in mechanism over at the main dock for one of the locations there, and shooting that one does not cause it to stay up when you do it solo. So I don't know. Maybe it is a glitch and they're just not going to fix it. But that would surprise me, because typically anytime there's a glitch that actually benefits you, the player, they usually make sure to prioritize fixing that like absolutely immediately, versus the game-breaking ones that you know, can stay in the game forever. And you know, it's all about the shark cards. All right, so we got all brownie mix here, and it's just under 400 grand. Not bad. I would have preferred if we had some Coca-Cola. And of course, back in the day, you could door glitch in the compound and get the gold, but you know, they fixed that naturally. My boat did kind of float out further than I wanted, but it's all right. We should still be able to come in well under 15 minutes for this and get the Elite Challenge bonus. So here we go. Whoa, pointing right at the island. You don't have to worry about the guys on the boats either. They completely ignore you when you're out on the water. I even crash into them and jump over them sometimes. But I'm not feeling saucy today. So once we get around the lighthouse, there will be, I guess, a little bit further actually. And we can cut in here and approach the compound. And once I get in close, I will jump in to the water and I will cut my way through the grate. And then it's go time, because I have a very specific pattern I follow. Actually, this will be my first time doing it on Expanded and Enhanced. I hope they have not adjusted like the patterns or anything. Okay. Let's get down here. I was a little bit further away from that than I planned. Still thinking about that stupid oppressor back on the Fingerprint Cloner mission. What a mess. What an absolute mess. So, okay, we cut through these. This is so much harder to do with a console controller than it is with a mouse on PC. That's, but I guess that's true of a lot of things though. Like fighting, aiming guns, stuff like that. It's so much easier with a mouse, so much more precise. With the console, I feel like, I don't know, the movement is like wonky or something. You push the stick and it moves slow and then it speeds up and slows. It's like really wonky feeling to me. I don't know. It's why I'm no good at PvP, especially on console. I probably shouldn't be playing in free aim lobbies. I should probably be using assisted aim, but I don't like it. It never targets what I want it to target. It always seems to be off on the wrong one. So I prefer to aim at what I want to aim at. So, but unfortunately, also in free aim are a lot of the much better, more skilled PvPers who are really good with their consoles, controllers, and aiming. So I regularly get my arse handed to me. So AP pistol and wider view. Here we go. We got to run, watching the Juggernaut in the radar down there on the left. I'm waiting for him to turn so I can come. There he goes. He turned. So now I can kill his friend in this hallway. I feel like I'm a few steps behind where I'm normally at here on my timing. Okay, we got him. Got to get this guy before the camera sees him. Boom, got the camera. We got the gate keys. That's good. Now I'm going to take this guy out and then take this guy out through the gate. That post. Okay, I hope I didn't alert anyone. That was a lot of shooting. Amazingly, I did not alert like everybody in the compound with that. That was bad. So, okay, got to take out this guy. Should be in the clear now. The only other real question is about beating the Juggernaut when I'm coming back down before he gets around. So I got to get the money out of the safe up here. And here we go. So we're at 393. Let's see what the money take is here. 489. So almost 100 grand. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's move. Yep, I see the Juggernaut over there on the right. He's going to be coming around the corner and looking at me in a minute. Gotta get down here. Got it. Got the gate key, so we can unlock here. All right. The timing on that, you know, has just got to be just right. This is one of the easier fingerprint cloners. There's only 2 that you have to match up, and it's pretty easy to do. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And one more. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Works well. Absolutely works well. Come on now. Now, I need to get this safe combo here. To wait till we cut this. Okay. 40, 32, 80. 40, 32, 80. So 40, 32. Shut up, Pavel. 32, 80. There we go. All right, 1.7 mil. And then it'll probably be more like 1.4 or 1.5. And then we'll end up with the elite bonus, assuming we don't F up between now and then. Oh, I gotta wait for the Juggernaut to finish his turn over there before I do this. There we go. Okay, he's got us back to me now. Come up here, kind of stay to the right so you don't go in the vision cone of that guard over on the left, and then just run up to this door and slap the D-pad. All right. So we'll probably wind up, I want to say, around 1.6 million with this after Elite Challenge, assuming I mean, there's not much more I can screw up here, but we all saw what happened with that oppressor on the Fingerprint Cloner, so not gonna count these chickens before they're hatched. So we take this guy out, and here we go. Last bit. Gotta ride up this hill. Look out for the palm tree way out in the distance, and we'll ride just to the right of it. There he is. There's the palm tree. I'm going to try to pass the palm tree just on the right. And jump. Put on my breathing mask as soon as I'm in the water. Bring up the big radar and swim directly away, like as perpendicular from that peninsula as you can. There you go. I'm not a fan of the knife in the hand. I think you swim faster without it. Don't worry about the bombs. I've hit them with everything I've got, and I cannot make them blow up to save my life. But here's what I look for usually, this skeleton right here. There's like ribs sticking up from the ground. As soon as you get here, the mission should be over. There we go. So I think I got the Elite Challenge. I think I completed that. Let's see here. I mean, there's no way that was 15 minutes. I feel like I got the North Dock done pretty quickly. So let's see. Obviously, I'm platinum. I'm the only one in the mission. So, okay, 1.49. Okay, so it's going to be, yep, I said around 1.6 once we get the 100 grand. 1.59, 1.6 million. Nice, nice. Not bad for 45 minutes or whatever it took to do all that. I didn't actually look at what time it was when I started the Kaio. All right, so normally, while I wait before I leave the game for the day, I want to purchase the next Kaio because there's a 10-minute cooldown after you complete it. And then if you don't, once the cooldown is done and you can start it again, if you don't start it within 48 minutes, you'll end up with easy mode, and like the main target and stuff will be worth like 100,000 less or something. So you definitely want hard mode. So I need to stick around in the game through the cooldown so that I can go start the next one as soon as the cooldown is done. Normally what I would do is go to a payphone hit, which is like a quick 85,000, assuming I make the bonus kill. But this character doesn't have the agency, so I can't do a payphone hit with this guy. Not sure what else I can do. I don't want to do anything too time consuming because I actually need to call it a day on this grind, but I need to do something. Well, I can at least put my radar back to expanded view. A lot of people don't like the radar like that, but man, I can't stand the little one. The only time I like the little one is like I say, when I'm in the missions and I need to see the vision cones, like of the NPCs, then I do need the smaller radar, but for normal play, I really prefer the larger one. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock in game time, so at the very least, I can spawn a modded Sentinel and sell that. Be like another 14,000 or 17,000, depending on which one spawns. That's coming up at 2200. It'll start spawning. Those spawn between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. and they spawn right here outside my arcade. And it's a pretty simple pattern I follow. I'm going to wait till it gets to 10 o'clock before I start the pattern. It's just down around 2 blocks and back. Okay, it's 10 o'clock in game, so I'm going to fly down past Tinsel Towers down to the main road. And then I'll come back up the other side of Tinsel Towers. And once I cross this road, there's a driveway on the right, and I'll stop and like count to 3 or 5. Usually on the second line right here, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. And then I'll come slowly up around the corner, and there should be either a blue or green. There it is. It's the green one, or yellow, or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like green-yellow, depending on the pearlescent. And this guy, he's a modified Sentinel, and this one will sell for like 14,000, like almost 15,000. The blue one will sell for 17,000. And it's kind of random which one will spawn, but you can spawn those like consistently between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. with 100% success. At least I can. I mean, I say at least I can. No, I mean the game will spawn at 100% if you follow that pattern that I drove. If you don't stop at that driveway though, it might not spawn. I've noticed that. Stopping at that driveway really helps it. So we will sell this guy. So that's a quick 15 grand. I'm sure my bunker is not going to be done yet. You know, I probably have that like master control center in my arcade. I could probably go look at that. But you know what? It hasn't been that long. Bunker takes like 3 hours to fill up almost. So... Oh yeah, I wish I had the agency, and I don't want to buy the agency right now because I forget. Well, I've only ever bought the agency one time anyway on my Xbox One character, and so I forget like what all you have to do, how much you have to sit through right at the very beginning. I forget. So I am gonna buy the agency on this character. I'm also gonna buy the auto shop. And I know what location, I'm going to use the same locations I used on the other. I'm going to buy this agency right here. This is definitely the location I like. And the auto shop that I like is the one right here by Rockford Plaza, right by Ellis Customs. The cool thing about the auto shop, I don't know if people know this or not, but you know how you unlock vehicle mods, like you know, you have to win so many races or be a certain level before you can put this mod or that mod on the car. Well, not only does the auto shop give you discounted prices compared to LS Customs on car mods, but it lets you put car mods on your cars that otherwise, if you were in LS Customs, it would tell you you don't have access to it yet. The only exception to that is there are some mods that require what's it called, reputation points for LS Car Meet, and I think that it won't do that. Maybe like if you need to be a certain level reputation, then you can't do that mod. Now I know there's the new How Garage now, and that is up here. I kind of don't want to go in there either because I don't know how long of a cutscene it's going to throw me into. I don't want to get stuck in there for 20 minutes watching. Well, what the heck? I don't really have anything else money making. I feel like I could sell a high-end vehicle, but or a top range vehicle out of my vehicle warehouse, but let's go check out the How thing. I haven't seen it yet anyway. Enter How's garage to take his car for a test drive. Is that really all this is? No cutscenes, no BS? You actually hit D-pad to open it. I've never seen this before.
All I need from you is that perfect exhibition lap. You spend the time to beat, people gonna start talking. And that's all the marketing I need. In return, your first upgrade is all on me. See, you ain't even ready for this.
Okay, I've heard these.
Let's go.
Oh, geez. It wants me to run a race. Okay. And you got to beat How's time. All right. Well, I didn't know this was going to do this. Oh, come on. Really? All right. Well, I guess we'll see if we can beat it. I feel like usually I can beat an NPC time, but this thing is not handling that great. It's a sports classic. It's what, the Turismo Classic? Pretty tight. It doesn't handle very well, How. Okay. I thought I was going to go off a cliff there. All right. Clearly caution is called for on this track. I mean, you just can't gun it out, right? Got to take it easy. Otherwise, you're going to spend more time recovering from sliding out of control than you will actually driving. Well, this should certainly take care of my cooldown for my Kaio anyways. This is a Turismo Classic, right? Yeah, it is. I actually owned one of these on my own. This and the Turismo Classic and the Cheetah Classic are the two. If you want to do sports classic racing, those are the two to own. I want to say the Cheetah Classic maybe has a little bit of an edge. It kind of depends on the driver and like what's comfortable to you is the real difference between those two. Is this a lap or is this a point-to-point? I don't even know. I feel like it must be a really long thing if it takes him 8 minutes to do it, and we're only 2 minutes in. This must be a pretty lengthy drive. I did not know this was going to do this, though. All right. Now I've heard that the How modified stuff. There's a word for it actually. He said it in his cutscene there. How special service or I don't know, whatever they call it. I've heard that some of the upgrades on there make the cars ridiculously fast. Which, by the way, translates to ridiculously difficult to handle. So there's always a drawback with that sort of thing. Oh, this is a long drive. This is not like a short little test drive. You know, when it said you can go in here to test drive his car, I kind of felt like I was thinking that you could just take it and go drive it around and check it out and see how it handles. I didn't know there was like a specific track I had to drive. This guy. You see the new annoying NPC that's going to call you and talk to you all the time? Alright, at least down here I can pick up a little bit of speed. Man, this is taking me out by Chumash, though. I mean, I'm almost to my bunker. Ah. Come on, really? There we go. This would be a lot more fun without traffic, like every 10 feet. In the middle of the night, I kind of have a hard time believing there'd be this many people out. All right. Return to the planning screen. Hey, the timer is down. Or the cooldown has finished for Kaio. Well, now I got to finish this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta say, his Turismo Classic, it may be fast, but it does not handle well at all. This thing is so hard to like keep under control. And all it takes is a little nick, and it throws it completely into a spin.
You touch the brakes yet? Oh no. Get ready to feel some G's.
Oh boy, here we go. Come on now. At least it's a little more open and straight away out here. I can actually pick up some speed. I mean, we're up on 5 minutes, so I mean, we got to be getting near the end of this. I wonder if it goes back to the garage. Are we going to go down the expressway? There's always a million cars. Okay, oh, we're going to go this way. Okay. All right. Yeah, I felt that really get away from me, and that little curve. And like there, when they take off, the back end just really kicks out. It really kicks out to the left a lot, it seems like. I may have damaged it, though. I don't know how much that plays the part in the physics in this game, where like if you damage one side of it, does it cause it to kick out more to one side, like that sort of thing. All right. Yeah. Well, we're up at 6 minutes. I think we got to be getting close. I don't know how much longer this track can be. Way too many cars on the road to be trying to do this. And it's surprising since it's like the middle of the night, too. I don't think I'm going to come anywhere near that par time. I only got a minute and a half left. And I don't think we're anywhere near back to his garage. We'd have to be going the other direction. Oh, we got to turn. Oof. Almost lost it on that one.
Put it all together and let it take you someplace. Serious. If you're driving something with that HSW badge, the only limitation in that car is you.
Okay. Oh, here's the end. Thank God. And he said HSW. I think it's How Special Works. I think that's what it's called. Okay. Well, kind of got sucked into that a little bit. But the cooldown did expire. So discount unlock. How Special Works upgrade. So he said I can upgrade a car for free.
Yo, that was beautiful. Your time is going viral as we speak. You just wait. By next week, the only badge worth having in this town is gonna be HSW. Wear the t-shirt, get the word out. My shop is over at the LS car meet. You want the hound treatment on your ride, that's the only place to go. Go sign up if you haven't already. I only do certain rides, but after this, you bring me the right canvas, your first masterpiece is free. See you there.
Man. Hey, Pecans, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to call my... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to bother calling for the oppressor because I've got my spawn set at the Kasaka anyway. So I'll just go to a new session, spawn in the Kasaka, and then I can start the next Kaio with hard mode. Level 17. This character is level 195. I guess 196 now, but I got lucky. When I installed the new version of the game, I didn't want to transfer my Xbox One character because I have people who I play with who are still on Xbox One, so I didn't want to lose it. And I was planning on doing a brand new character. But when I started it for the first time, I found that my old PS4 character was on the same, linked to the same, and I was able to actually transfer that into here. So I started out with this guy. He didn't have a lot of money, but he's like level 195, and he owned a ton of stuff. I've actually leveled him up a little bit. Now he's 196. And he already owned so much stuff. So it was really cool that I was able to do that. When you figure I'm playing on Xbox and I was actually able to transfer a character from PS4 that I hadn't played in over a year. So yeah, I'm high level, but not because I played much in this version of the game yet. It was mostly done on PS4. So 25 grand. And now we got hard mode. And now we're all set. The grind for today is complete. Hey, Killzone, or MLG Killzone. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that worked out really well for me. I was really happy about that. I wasn't expecting it. I was sure I was going to have to start over with a brand new character and do everything from the beginning. And to be honest with you, that's not too bad. There are a few things. That you do only once with a new character, like the mod bounty hunt missions, the treasure hunt, finding the action figures, the playing cards, the stolen movie props, blowing up all the signal jammers and all the stunt jumps. And I'd already done all that in the character. I was kind of looking forward to actually doing all that stuff again. But then, like I said, I found this character and I was like, well, at least with this one, I'm already pretty high level and I own a bunch of stuff already. So I gave up doing all those one-time things again. Pecans, yeah, if you get into an Xbox Series S and you load the expanded and enhanced version and you link it with the same social club account, you can take your PS4 character and transfer it in. At least I was able to. I guess I can't guarantee it, obviously, but it worked for me. And I'm really glad about that. So it is back to the AFK grind for this guy till tomorrow. Let my bunker and my nightclub and stuff products build up. Let the safes fill up. And then tomorrow I'll just have to do those sell missions. So I'll just park this guy. Actually, I got to retire from my CEO first, though. And boom. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I got to get out of here, but I'm planning on streaming most nights at around 6 p.m. Eastern, and I'm trying to grind this guy up to $1 billion in cash. So we'll see. It'll be an adventure. You know how it goes, though. You always get sidetracked into other stuff anyways. Who knows if I'll actually make it to $1 billion, but that is the plan. So everyone, thank you for watching. You guys have a great game, and we will see you later on.